Hello, and welcome back to IELTS Zone, your daily 10-minute upgrade to real English. It's Saturday, and we're diving into a massive topic in environment and planning, fast fashion. I'm Clara.
And I'm Mark. Today, we're dissecting the speed and scale of the modern clothing industry, the environmental footprint it leaves, and the ethical costs of cheap manufacturing. This is crucial for discussing consumer habits and corporate responsibility.
This is a very visible problem. To start, what is the best academic term for the damage done to the environment by resource depletion and pollution?
That is ecological footprint. It refers to the impact of a person or community on the environment, expressed as the amount of land and water required to sustain their use of natural resources. Fast fashion has a massive ecological footprint. The core cause is disposable culture. This means a society where people are inclined to throw things away after a single or very limited use. The everyday phrase we use for buying things unnecessarily is to splurge on.
To splurge on is great. Now, for the negative effect, the mountains of clothing waste. We often use the academic term landfill sites. The majority of discarded clothing ends up in landfill sites, polluting the local soil and water.
That's a strong, specific noun. Now, let's look at a key solution: upcycling. This means reusing discarded objects or material in such a way as to create a product of higher quality or environmental value. Consumers should practice upcycling instead of disposing of clothes.
Upcycling is essential. Another great phrasal verb for avoiding the problem entirely is to steer clear of. Consumers should steer clear of brands with poor ethical records.
That phrase is perfect for speaking part 3. Another great noun for describing workers in poor conditions is exploitation. The pursuit of cheap clothes often involves the exploitation of labor in developing nations.
We've covered the consumption problem and the ethical challenge. Let's formalize this language into the IELTS Zone breakdown.
Welcome to the breakdown. Today's focus is on economic, ethical, and environmental vocabulary for policy and argument. Our first academic phrase is ethical sourcing. This refers to ensuring that the products being sourced are obtained responsibly and sustainably, where the workers are treated fairly. This is the corporate solution.
A mandatory term for corporate responsibility. Now, a key verb for restricting harmful practices. Restrict. It means to put a limit on a person's movements or actions. In writing task 2, you could argue government should restrict the import of materials from suppliers that do not comply with ethical sourcing standards.
That's excellent. Now for discussing the main solution for consumers: longevity. This refers to long existence or service. The solution to fast fashion lies in promoting the longevity of clothes, making sure items are worn for years, not just a few times.
And finally, a great noun for an ethical standard: accountability. This refers to the obligation to accept responsibility for one's actions. You can conclude that there must be greater accountability from fashion brands for the entire life cycle of their products, from raw materials to landfill sites.
That wraps up our strategic words: ecological footprint, ethical sourcing, longevity, and accountability. Time for the tip.
Here's your IELTS Zone tip of the day. When discussing consumer trends, task 2 or part 3, use the structure: the phenomenon stems from X, but the solution must be multi-pronged, involving Y and Z. This shows a complex, well-thought-out analytical approach.
Now, it's time for your daily challenge. Practice starts now. Writing task 2 question. The vast ecological footprint of fast fashion requires global action. Discuss the primary causes of disposable culture and suggest how governments can restrict unethical practices while promoting the longevity of consumer goods.
Outline your essay, focusing on how ethical sourcing and greater corporate accountability can mitigate the problem of waste.
Find the full transcript and a model answer outline for today's challenge question right now on our website, IELTSZone.org.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for more quick daily tips. We'll be back tomorrow for Sunday's episode, where we'll be diving into our general English boost.
Thank you for joining us in the IELTS Zone. Keep practicing, and we'll see you tomorrow.